This is my greatest intervention, and this is a Hiddush, that when God changed the name of Avraham to Avraham, before he changed it to Avraham, he called him Av-Rachem. In other words, the letter that he added was a het, not a hey. So the first, before the hey, it was a het. So it's Av-Rachem. Later, that het becomes a hey when he was circumcised. But as it comes down, he said, you shall be called Avraham. And he's calling him Avraham, but before the circumcision, in my opinion, that letter was a het. Het, the 8. And then it became the 5, the hey. Because there are 3 parts of the circumcision. The Mila, the Priya, that he didn't get, but the idea of circumcision itself relates to these 3 dynamics of Mila, Priya, and Motzitza Hadam. And so the whole thing here is that he became a Av, and then Rachem, a womb. He became an Av-Rachem, a womb. And we know this is true because later on, when his name is changed to the Hey, the whole name spells Avraham spells 248, which is the word Rachem, womb, Resh, Het, Mem. So this whole idea of turning Avraham into a womb is what happened where he became the father-mother of the Jewish people. And he mirrors in a certain way what happened in the highest hierarchies of the Zimzum. Because what happened in the highest hierarchies of the initial Zimzum is that God was Ein Sof, and he limits himself. He Zimzums himself, and he creates a circle, a womb, where all creation takes place. So in this mirroring, Avraham goes back and he becomes a mirror image of the Ein Sof and a second coming, so to speak, of a reenactment of the Zimzum. And he becomes the father of the Jewish people by being its womb. So in a certain sense, this letter Het is an 8, and the letter that was changed into Sarah is a Hey, and so those are 13. Those are the 13 attributes of mercy, which to my opinion occur in the Yetzirah world. Because in the Yetzirah world, the spelling of Yud Hey Vav Hey is 45 with 1 Yud and 3 Alephes, which make 13. When this occurs and comes down into our world, see, the Het was in the Yetzirah world. When it comes down into our world, into its normative language here, into its normative language, into the Osea world, it becomes 10. Sarah got a hey, and Avram got a hey to Avraham. And those are the two, 5 and 5 on the 10 Commandments. And the spelling of the 52 name in the Hosea world of Yud with nothing else. So these two names, this is what I see. I see first that the letter Het was added to Avram to make Av-Rachem, father womb. And then he became Av-Rachem, which is the same gematria as Rachem, 248. So here, then the 248, this negative commandment, this is women as far as, the positive commandment. Excuse me, the positive commandment. It's women as far as I'm concerned. Excuse me. Positive commandments are male as far as I'm concerned. And they're the positive commandments, and that has to do with men. And so the point is, this is what happened to Avraham. He became 248, the positive commandments. Now, one of the ways I received this is a little confusing, I see, is that for me, Shenai, sleep, is inside the womb time. When we sleep, it's called 1/60th of death, but we reenact death. Okay? We reenact death. And we reenact going back into the womb, where we receive this primal Torah, where we receive everything. And the gematria of Shenei is Shin, Yud, Nun, Hey, which is 365. Those 365 are the negative commandments. But the other thing about Shinei is that if you spell it fully spelt out, it's 360 for Shin. Yud is 20, it's 380. Nun is 106, that's 486. That in itself, those three letters, as that 486. And then 6 for Hey, that's 492, plus 4 letters for the 4 letters of the Shin, Yud, Nun, Hey, that's 496, and that's Malkus. And for me, Malkus is the womb. Yesod is the penis, and Malkus is the womb. You see? And so sleep is a return into Malkus, which is the womb. And that's where we received our primal Torah, in the mother. You see? The remnants of this primal Torah are available to us on Shabbos, which is the feminine day of the week. I have a lot here, but what I just wanted to state was this. I have a lot more that goes along with this. But the sleep actually is also a return to the primal Ein Sof before the Zimzum. The dreams are the Ein Sof after the Zimzum. But there's a primal state that's beyond dreams. And that's the state that we look for when we go to sleep. It's a complete union with the Absolute. This is reflected in the word Av Av-Rachem, when they add the het to the hay, to the name Avraham, and makes it into a hay. But the first step was the het was added. I'm going to do more videos on this to make it clearer. Because if I was listening, I wouldn't understand it myself. But in the simple, if somebody's listened this long, before it was made into a hay, the letter that was added into Avraham, to make him Avraham, was a het. So it was really Av-Rachem. This Rachem is mercy. And strangely enough, I just sat down to do this video, and a man called me that I met on the street a couple of weeks ago. And he said, "Oh, this is Rahman." Which comes from the same source.